All right, welcome in, everybody. And by everybody, I mean nobody. Again, this is another stream just for myself, apparently. Uh, at least for now. It's fine. Um, funny story. I attempted to stream on Thursday night, and in OBS, if you click the start recording button instead of the start streaming button, you don't actually stream. Ask me how I know. So I wasn't actually streaming for 2.5 hours on Thursday night, but I sure thought I was, and that's got to be worth something. If you happen to know my YouTube page, I have uploaded the VOD in case you need to, I don't know, fill 2.5 hours of your life with me playing three indie games. If you've shown up to another one of these streams before, particularly ones this week, you will probably recognize that music behind us. That is Wordatro, and that's how we're going to start our stream today, by playing some more Wordatro. Holy crap! There's about 6 hours left in today's daily challenge, and Mutant Viz has done incredible numbers here. Again, you have to be using like a cheat engine or something, right? To get to... What is this? This is hundreds of millions of points? No, this is 1 billion points. This is 1.5 billion points. Did they just build up like an insane amount of energy? And so they were able to extend their endless mode score for that long? I have no idea. And either way, let's play today's daily challenge and see how much we can squeeze out of it. Somehow I doubt we'll be hitting that 1.5 billion. But, dream big. Alright, let's see. Right off the bat, I see parlay. I see player, which is the same number of letters, and no additional score benefits. Anything bigger than player or parlay? I don't think so. So let's play parlay to get one of the two of these A's out of our hand. Alright, I see angers. Yeah, let's go with that. That'll be enough to get us out of the round. I guess there have to be other people streaming Wordatro, huh? I see on the Twitch notification here that there are 15 followers, or 15 viewers of the game right now. But none of them in my chat room, apparently. So I guess someone else must be streaming this. I'd be interested to see who. Yo-yo, +1 multis, equal to the... Multis value equal to the difference in letter count of the previous word. So if I wanted to make some really small words followed by really long words, this would be interesting. I don't think I've taken this bonus yet in any of our previous runs. Improve 7 letters to underline in the bag. Let's try this. This is while I appreciate how simple Boost is with just giving you a straight up +5 multiplier. I kind of like how active Yo-Yo is. Makes you play in a different way, and I appreciate that. So let's try that. We had, let's see, angers as our previous word, so 6 letters. I see trainee here, which is 7. So we'll get a +1 mult for this. Or I could try and play a very small word, like, I don't know, tear? Let's do this for now. We're close enough still to the start of this run that I don't feel bad about not maximizing all of our plays. Alright, so we played a 7-letter word just then, so if we play a smaller word, say a 5-letter word, we should add 2 to our multiplier. We could go even smaller if we wanted and just do join. That's not a significant difference. So let's do this. Okay, we've beaten around already. It turns out that that bold J worth a lot of points. All right. Add a multi's value equal to the number of reroll. All right. Well, we haven't rerolled yet. Tile 6 multis is increased by 3 if the word has 6 letters, plus 5 points. The bonus this bonus, so this just gives us a 5-point bonus up front, and then it increases by 1 points for every plus 3 points in the reroll. So any plus 3, so any letter tile that has 3 points or more, I guess, in the reroll will increase this. Sure. We've got a straw multi boost here, so let's boost our points also. I'm not sure how often we're going to use rerolls, but couldn't hurt to have. We played a 5-letter word last time, so let's see how big of a word we can play this time. Couple letters away from the word beehives. Let's drop these and see if we can find a V and an E. Got Belize, which is the same number of, well, no, it's one more letter than joint. I could try Belize. And then pop this exclamation mark in here also for another letter's worth of mult. Why not? There we go, and we've won the round. Hooray! As I said, I do wish the notifications that you get from the game for, like, really crushing the round were a little less subtle. Again, it sort of wears its inspiration of Wordatro on its sleeve, so I feel like, you know, Wordatro does the flames on your score if you, like, really crush the round in a single hand. I feel like we could get a lot better than just a little bit of screen shake when you absolutely crush the round in one go. If there's only one letter in the reroll, the reroll letter will be improved. Adds 15, or improves 15 letters to italic in the bag. Italian letters. Italic letters upgrade the tile by 3 multis. Do we have anything like that in the bag already? We have some bold. We have 1 italic. So that would up our number of mult. Or plus 1 energy every 5 energy triggered. Let's do that. Maybe that's how what's his name got to 1.5 billion points. I'm not expecting that we'll be in there quite that long, but I don't know, who can say. We played Belize with an exclamation point, which counts as 7 letters. Let's do zoo and see what we get. At the very least, we're going to add 4 to our multiplier. All right. I've got hinges. Pushing? Pushing. We're adding another 4 to our multiplier. Yeah. Cool. Moving right along. +1 multis when a consonant is triggered adds a multi's value equal to the hand's letter with the lowest points value. So that's like the what is it? The Revolution Joker, or the one with the fist. I forget what it's called in Wordatro. Or Cash Machine. I've seen this one multiple times before. Each improved letter placed in the reroll increases this bonus by 2 and by 4 for a special letter. We've already got something with progressive mult. Maybe we just do this instead. That seems like a nice, reliable bonus. I'm like, we know we're going to play consonants, right? I got knaves. It's only going to add one to our mult for the yo-yo bonus here. Can't really do anything with that Q. I got engages? No, I need a second G. I've got jeans, which is not super impressive. We don't have anything tied to our number of rerolls right now, so let's use some of these. Still no U to go with our Q, unfortunately. We do have an ING. We almost have syringe. Let's go for that. See if we can get an R. No? No, of course not. We do have vying. Or seeing, I guess. I don't know, this is worth more points. Yeah, let's do vying. That'll get us out of the round. There. +1 improved letter at each letter draw. Copies the last bonus, so we would double our multi that we get whenever a consonant is triggered. What is this? 10 question mark. Add a tile. I don't know what that means. Does that just add? Let's see what it means. I've seen this before, but I've never clicked it. Let's try this. Okay, so it just adds a 10th slot to our potential word space here. So let's look for a U for our Q here, and we can make quarters. Q-U-A-R-T-R. I need that second R. Okay. No, still not going to give us one. Got restart. Okay. Oh, now the U pops up. Let's see. Quiz. Corgi. Corgi with an E? Okay. Let's hang on to that Z and E. 5 letters. Let's do something bigger. I mean, quiz is all I'm really seeing here to really deliver on the points. Yeah, let's do that. That'll get us out of the round, I'm sure. Bold letters are triggered 1 additional times. We do have a handful of bold letters. Plus 2 multis for words with 5 or fewer. That could be, that could be good. This would help us make the most of our yo-yo bonus, I think. Long word, 15 plus 15 points for words with 5 or more letters. Let's do the short word. Oh, I see liege. I'm an H away from delight. Gosh, I want to use this C, but I'm not seeing anything super interesting. Let's play... let's get rid of this E and this L and see if we can find an H. No. One letter away from clotted. Cadet. I've got AGE, which could be a good suffix for a word. Almost got voltage. I've got an ED here, which also would have been a good suffix for a word. The problem is I'm 1 letter away from everything I can think of that's like really great. Like collate, cottage. Dang. Well, let's play something. Like legacy. Legacy would be good too. Alright, stop looking at words that you don't have. Look at words that you do have. Let's play liege. Let's say we played a 4-letter word last time. This will activate our short word multi-boost. Let's go with that. Whew. Alright. An impressive amount of mult, but not a whole lot of points, unfortunately. Coward. It's not going to hit our double mult. Got 2 more words to play before we're out of energy. I feel like this is a situation where we need to use a reroll. Because I almost have so many words here. Like motive, for example. We played coward last time, which was 6. This is 6. What if I just played 5? That'll get us our double mult. And it'll add to our yo-yo mult also. Okay, good enough to get us out. That's all we needed, as it turns out. Plus 10 chance to re-trigger a tile. I took Lucky Tile on the last daily I played, I believe, and it worked out really well. It felt like it activated more than 10% of the time. Maybe I just got really lucky. Plus 1 rerolls if the word contains at least as many consonants as vowels, and that's too cerebral. I don't want to think about that. Let's just grab Lucky Tile again. I was happy with how it worked out last time. Well, I'm seeing Doom and Moody and Muddy. Nothing really setting my world on fire here. Let's get rid of something. Am I gonna regret this? I don't know. Let's find out. I mean, I still have Moody. We have Woody, which will add to our mult and get us our double mult bonus. All right. We've got jam, as in like a door jam. We've got jument, which I believe is a French word, meaning a pony or a mule, maybe? It says it's a valid word here. I feel like it shouldn't be, again, in the English dictionary, because I'm fairly sure jument isn't an English word, but I'm going to play it anyway, since it's letting me. And it uses 3 of our improved tiles, so why wouldn't I? Alright. Scapula is what I'm seeing immediately. Good. Scapula. Which will get us 1 extra mult to our yo-yo. Or we could go... I mean, we're close enough to hitting the score that maybe we could go super small to build our mult even more. Like, clap. That would get us +2. Or maybe we could go even smaller and say, like, lab. But the gamble here is this going to be enough to get us out of the round? Because we do need a little over 2,000 points with this one hand. If we play this, the underline is going to give us 1.5 mult. This is going to give us +3 mult. Maybe PAL would be a better play. So that we get our points, then our mult, then our 1.5 mult, then the double mult from our short word bonus. Let's do that. I'm willing to gamble. Hey, alright, we just made it. Cool. Again, shocked that it let me play Jument and Bruja in our last run. +4 mult for each mult's triggered letter. This bonus increases by 5 if the word is the same length as the previous word. So this would not be compatible with our yo-yo mult, although it could be It could be complementary or not complementary. It could be I don't know. It could if we decide to just play all the same length of words, then it could be helpful in addition to the yo-yo malt. Let's do this. I need all the help I can get when I play use anyway. We only have 2 energy. What about this? Alright. I'm not seeing anything here, really. Scuba, I guess, if they let me play that. Let's play scuba. See what we can do. Sure. But then I'm really gonna have to maximize on our second word. Yeah, okay, so we need like 13,000. I've seen build. If I had another U, I could play build up. Not gonna get any additional for the yo-yo if I play build. Let me turn the music down just a touch. I feel like I don't talk loudly enough most of the time for the to override the music. I think this may be it for us. I'm not sure we're gonna make it all the way through this daily. Yeah, I don't know. Let's play this, I guess. And if we die, we die. That's fine. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. All right. Well, that's okay. That's all right. You know, we cracked the top 100 still on the leaderboard, so I can't be too mad about that. Oh well. Sometimes the daily is tough, folks, and you don't always pick all the right things. Oh well, that's okay. Let's do something different. Let's play a game that I haven't played on stream before, as far as I remember. I've returned to this recently. I've had this before on the Switch, and I picked it up again on the Steam Summer Sale recently, for fairly cheap because it's a couple years old at this point. But it's still a very compelling game. Let's just boot into it. Hope everybody out there is having a nice Saturday wherever you are. Trying to stay positive. And so now we're going to play a nice uplifting game. A nice uplifting, cerebral, very casual and chill game that I call Into the Breach. So, you know, where the heck is my screen? Hey, where's my screen, OBS? What are you doing? There we go. Okay. That is exactly where I meant for that layout to put me. I I was partway through a game last time, but for the sake of everyone who's new to this game, let's start a new run. This is again a roguelike, which is to say, you get a game over and you start a completely new run. Yes, we'll start a new one, and I'll move myself over here now. So this is a tactical strategy game about giant robots beating up bugs, and nothing else. So let's get into this. Let's start with the default group here, which is the Rift Walkers. Uh, we have uh, we have one big beefy boy here who can punch things and push them. We have a cannon, which can fire in a straight line and push them. And we have an artillery cannon here, which can fire across a greater distance, sort of a lob shot, and then push things. Let's change our time travel. Well, he gets 2 bonus XP per kill. What's his deal? I guess he doesn't have any XP then at the moment. Is that right? I guess not. Okay, so since this is a new run, I guess that makes sense. Alright, so let's start with our Rift Walkers. Start on normal mode, because this game is... it's hard enough as it is. You know what? Not hard. I will say challenging. We'll hold this timeline no matter what. Let's start in the desert. Don't think for a moment I'm falling for the time traveler stories, but your mechs, they are undeniably impressive. So we choose an encounter to take on here. The stars are, these stars and the lightning bolt symbols here, these all represent objectives, bonus objectives that we could choose to try and do during the mission. If we manage to complete them, then we get rewards, obviously. The stars give you additional corporate reputation, which are points that you can spend on resources once you leave, once you finish an island. And the lightning icon here will restore some energy to your power grid. Your power grid, you need to keep that active, or else you lose whenever this meter reaches 0 here. So let's see. We've got Thunderbolt Grid, we've got Scrapyard, we've got Sierra Quadrant. I'm not necessarily confident that we could kill 7 enemies over the course of the encounter, so let's skip this one. Defend the Earth Mover and battle with less than 4 mech damage. That seems doable. Thunderbolt Grid, take less than 3 grid damage and protect the coal plant. So if we take less than 3 grid damage and protect the coal plant, we'll get 1 point of reputation and add 1 pip to our power grid here. So maybe this is, and we have a lightning storm happening during the battle, which could help us. So let's try this one. One of our weather turbines has reported a Vec attack. We can't afford to lose the turbine, but beware the storms in the area. They are out of our control. All right, let's go. We choose somewhere to drop our mechs in this yellow load deployment zone. So let's just find some spots and confirm. All right. Okay. So these yellow spots, lightning will hit after this turn is over, or between our turn and the Vec turn, the enemy turn, and it'll kill anything on this box. So we need to move this guy off this box, obviously, at some point. This bug is attacking this set of buildings. This bug is attacking my mech here, which is fine. I'll just move this guy and he'll be fine. Or I could attack one of the spots next to this and move this bug out of the way onto this lightning tile, let's say. This green guy, he's a scion. He doesn't attack, but he gives the other enemy units passive bonuses. In this case, he gives the other bugs +1 HP as long as this thing is alive. So let's see. The only way I can directly do 2 damage is with this big beefy mech unit here that can punch for 2 damage. So let's move him right over here, and then punch this scion to lower the HP of these guys. Next, I need to... let's see. Have I already messed this up? Next, I need to... Next, I need to get this guy out of the way. If I move him back here, let's say, and shoot this bug, this will do 1 damage to the bug just for the shot, and then he'll be knocked into my other mech here, which will do 1 more damage. And then I could use my artillery mech to shoot at him again, and that would get rid of him, which would, you know, negate his attack against these buildings here. And since these are the only buildings in danger at the moment, that seems like the best idea. So let's do that. Take him all the way back here, give this a shot. This mech will be damaged by 1. He'll also be damaged by 1 more, because he's standing on this spawn tile. He'll cause another enemy to stop from spawning, but he will take 1 damage as a result. That's okay. That's okay. For now, I'm mostly worried about protecting these buildings, because if any of these buildings take damage, then that does damage to our grid, which would be bad. Ooh, this is also bad, actually. I didn't consider this. So if I shoot this bug, it will die, but it will also push my mech guy here onto the lightning tile, which would kill it. Well, you know, there's a good thing. There's you get exactly 1 reset for every battle, unless you have some pilots. I think some pilots let you do 2 resets. But I'm going to use my reset right now, because I think I went into this a little too eagerly the first time. So instead, let's play this a little more smartly. Let's see. Let's back this guy up. Let's push this bug onto the tile. So it'll take 1 damage. It'll take another damage from this bug attempting to spawn underneath it. Then it'll also do 1 damage to this scion. Alright, this bug is still attacking my mech. What can I do to get rid of this? I can move my mech and punch him directly, which would not quite kill it. But also that would mean my mech here would be standing on this lightning tile, which would kill it, which would be bad. So let's not do that. We can also use our artillery mech to shoot on this tile and push him forward. So he would end up on the lightning tile. And then we could use our mech to block this other spawning Vec, which this seems like the best approach. Let's do this. And boom. Alright. And then we end our turn. And the lightning will happen before any of the enemy attacks do. So this guy will die before he can attack my artillery mech. So let's do that. Beautiful. Alright. Good. That's a much better first turn than what I did before. Oh, and let's change the game that we're playing, because this is no longer Wordatro, if you're confused. There we go. Alright. Got this bug attacking buildings. No other bugs attacking anything right now. Can't stand here because I get killed by the lightning. I could take my mech over here and punch this bug and kill it. And then what? Then what would I do? Let's see. I could attack with the Scion with either the cannon or the artillery and kill it, which would drop this health down to 1, and then I could kill this with either the artillery or the cannon instead of having to use the mech for it, so that I could use the mech to keep blocking one of the spawn points. That seems wise. Turn that music down just a touch. Hmm. Well, let's see. I mean, I could just leave the mech where it is, honestly, and repair, so that it would undo that first damage that it got. I'm trying to think of a way I can block at least one of these other spawn points. You know, that might actually be the smartest thing to do. Let's go here. Well, no, hang on. If I use the artillery and push this scion, it'll go over this spot, which won't block the mech, the bug from coming up, because it'll be killed instantly by the lightning once our turn ends. Let's undo that move. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't go quite that far. The artillery you can only attack in a. I mean, you do have a lob shot, but you can only attack in a straight line from where you are. So, like, the only thing I would be able to do against this guy from here, I thought about moving here so that I could block this bug from spawning. But unfortunately, the only thing I can do from here is this, which would just push it back, and it would still be attacking these buildings, which would be bad. So let's undo that move. And I can't get to any of these spawn points with our cannon. Doesn't have quite that much range of movement. So I need both of these to be able to attack, and I need the combat mech to stay here, or at least to move to one of these other spawn tiles, which I guess this would be our only other option, since this one's covered by a lightning. All right, so stop talking about it and do something, Adam. Let's shoot the scion. Let's attack this bug to kill it. And let's repair our mech. And end our turn. So we get 3 more bugs this round, which is not ideal. Alright. Two bugs attacking the same building, which is less than ideal. If I cannon this guy into the lightning spot and artillery this one into the other lightning spot, that should be good. And then I could just punch this one. I can't quite get over there, huh? The artillery can't quite make it all the way over there, unfortunately. So let's do this instead, I guess. Yeah, let's do this instead. Just push this one so it doesn't attack these buildings anymore. And then use our mech to punch this one in the butt. And we're good. Unless you play this game very cleanly, it's super easy to get into situations where you simply don't have enough mechs to protect all of the buildings. And that's bad. It can get real bad real fast. Let's see. This one has my artillery tied up, so I can't shake free. It'll take 1 damage unless I can. Luckily, I'm not on a lightning tile. Let's see. If I shot this one, it would move into this one and do 1 damage to it. This will also do 1 damage to the artillery mech. This one will be pushed out of the way of the lightning, but at least it wouldn't be hurting the building. And then if I... Yeah, there's no way to stop my artillery from taking damage here, I don't think. No smart way to, anyway. So let's do the next best thing, which is... Let's see. What is the next best thing? Cannon can't get all the way down there to, like, take a shot at this one and knock it into this one. If I punch this one, it'll take 2 damage and knock into this one, which will be the 3rd damage, so it wouldn't be attacking me anymore and be dead. Maybe that's the play. I think that's the play. Yep. And then just let this one take its 1 damage, and lightning will kill this one before it has an opportunity to hit those buildings. So I think we're good. Mech damage builds character. Alright. Cool. There we go. And that is 1 mission in Into the Breach. That's the spirit we need if we're going to win this fight. Good work, both you and your Rift Walkers. Alright. And that opens up another mission for us. Defend the Terraformer, terraform the grassland back to desert. I like the Terraformer. I'm familiar with this kind of mission. So let's do this one. Alright. Let's deploy our mechs. Here, I guess, and here. Yeah. Alright. Alright. So, here's the thing about the Terraformer. The Terraformer has an ability which lets it terraform the 6 tiles in each of its, like, cardinal directions. And anything that you hit on these tiles that you're terraforming will die instantly. So if we can move more than 1 enemy, let's say, into our terraforming area, then we can get rid of enemies quickly and also, you know, terraform grassland back, which is our entire one of our entire objectives here. We have to do 1 of these per turn if we want to successfully complete that bonus objective. Unfortunately, there is not a way for me to... Unfortunately, I don't have any way to knock this guy into our terraforming zone, but I can use the artillery, or excuse me, I can use, yes, the artillery to knock him out of attacking this building, which would be useful at least. Let's see, then I could use the terraformer to either kill our scion or kill this bug which is attacking this building back here. I think let's attack this direction to kill this bug, and then use our combat mech to punch the... Well, no, let's use our combat... Well, I was going to say let's use our combat mech to plug up one of these spawn points, but I don't have quite enough movement range. So let's use our tank to push that bug into one of the spawn points, and let's move our mech over here, I guess, so that we can deal with whatever spawns from that point. right. We've already terraformed this direction in this battle, so we don't need to do that anymore, but we can terraform in this direction and kill this bug that's trying to attack us from this side. So let's do that. Then we need to also take care of this bug before it can hit the terraformer, so let's push this with our mech onto the spawn point, and then it'll take 1 damage from the spawn point next turn and die. Then what? Let's see. We can use our artillery to move this guy off of this building that he's trying to destroy. That seems like a sensible idea. Yeah, I guess so. Sure, let's do that. And then let's move our tank here onto that spot. And let's say end turn. So our tank will block 1 spot, this bug will block 1 spot, and die. And then we only have 2 bugs to deal with this round, or this turn. Alright. And some more spawning in. That's okay. Let's... Is there a way I can free this tank? Yeah, I can just terraform this direction. So let's move our mech out of the way. Let's use our artillery. Let's shoot this way to make this bug move this direction and miss the building. And then let's move our mech over here to one of the spawn points, block, and then let's terraform this direction to kill that bug. And we're already blocking a spot with our cannons, so let's... Would it make more sense to move down here? Which direction haven't I terraformed yet? This way. So like down left. Would it make more sense to move this tank over here? To block this spawn point instead of the one that's closer to the terraformer? Maybe? Yeah, let's do that. And repair, since I have an action to use. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Alright, all good so far. Alright, and then we'll terraform our last space here, which will kill these 2. And we'll punch the crap out of this bug. And that'll be good. And we've done the thing. Yay! Losing our island's greenery in this way is something I can endure if it means that it won't be despoiled by the Vec. Alright. Another spot open. Do not kill the volatile Vec. This also has defense shields active on some of the buildings in the area. That'll allow them to take 1 attack without taking damage. So it's kind of like training wheels or those gutter bumpers in bowling. Harden point. High threat detected. Defend the prototype Renfield bombs and protect the coal plant. High threat detected. We want to go for that? We've had perfect runs up until now. What the heck? Let's do it. Do it for the stream. Alright, so we've got these bombs that will explode if anything hits them. They can still be moved around as long as they don't bump into anything. Alright, but then we've got our... let's put you here, and you here, and you here, and go. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. We can use our mech to punch this guy. That'll do 2 damage, and he'll knock into this one for another 1, so he'll die immediately. Biggest threat at the moment is this guy, which is going to blow up one of our bombs. So yeah, I think this is a good start. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's move this bug over to the spawn. No, wait. No, I'll do that move. Let's move this bug over to the spawn point so that he misses the bomb and also blocks one of the spawning bugs. And then let's move our cannon right in front here and take a shot at this guy. And end our turn. We will take some damage from this guy. That's okay. That's why our mechs can take multiple hits. Alright. Righto. This scarab is attacking this bomb. This guy's attacking my tank. This guy's also attacking my tank. I can't move forward into this cloud because it'll not allow me to attack. But I can't let this guy shoot the bomb. I could move here or here and take a shot at him instead. Actually, let's see, attack order. The scarab over here attacks before this guy, so he wouldn't negate this guy's attack. But he would kill it if I pushed him this way. Or no, he wouldn't actually. He would hit this one. I mean, which, you know, that's free damage. That's something. That's not nothing. Let's so do 3 damage. If I had a way to move this guy 2 spaces, I could move him over here, and he would be attacking this to kill it. But I don't have a way to do that. At least not an economical way to do that. So let's do what I said before. Let's take our cannon. Let's go over here, shoot this guy to push him down so he misses the bomb. This guy's attacking buildings over here, so he needs to die. So I guess we just use our mech to punch this guy so he doesn't hit the bomb, and we can use our artillery to kill this guy. There we go. And we finish clean. Except for these 2 extra bugs that are going to spawn in next turn, which is not ideal. This is where we get to the point where we might not have enough actions to protect all the buildings. So we may see some grid damage here. Alright, well immediately I'm thinking we should use the artillery to kill this guy, so he can't kill these buildings. This bug's attacking my mech, or attacking in the line that includes my mech and the bomb here. This guy's attacking in another line. Ugh. And sheesh. Yeah, so my mech's gonna take 2 damage if nothing happens here. If I knock him into him... Can I move up there? I can't move up there. Would I be able to move up there if this bug did not exist anymore? Let's find out. I still have my reset available. Let's kill him. Yes, I can. Cool. So let's move up here. Let's punch this guy. Maybe this was a mistake. If I punch this guy, he'll do 2 damage or 1 damage to him. Then what? I only have 1 action left to me, and I would need to use it to kill this guy before he could, because he's the first attacker. So I would need to use it to kill this guy before he could attack these buildings. But then this guy would attack the bomb, which is no bueno. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset that turn. I don't like that. Alright. We gotta find a better solution here. If instead, let's see. 1, 2, this guy attacks second. This guy attacks third. So if instead we used our tank to shoot this guy down 1, that would block this guy's attack, so he wouldn't be able to hit the building. I would still leave this guy and this guy, unfortunately. Which, again, not ideal. And this guy. Alright, so... Phew. Dang. This guy, kill this guy. Okay, so... What if I use my artillery to hit this guy? If I were in this line with my artillery, that would block his shot. This guy would move up and shoot him. He would also die when this bug spawned in next turn. This guy would go down here, so his attack would be canceled because he's in the smoke. That might be it. That might be the best option here. And then there's still this guy though. But this is only 1 action that I'm using to do all of this. So then I have my mech and this, my cannon over here to decide what to do with next. That seems like the best possible option. So let's go here. We attack here. Okay. So this guy's... Oh, and his attack gets canceled too, right? Because he was in a sand pile, which turns into smoke when it's attacked. So these two are no longer attacking. This guy will attack this guy and then also take damage from the spawn point next turn. Or during the enemy turn. And he'll die. So that just leaves this. And he's firing at my mech, but I'll move my mech to attack this guy. Just like that. Is there anything else I could do here? If I could get around this way with my cannon, if I could get around this way and attack this guy and push him into this, I could kill both of these. But as is, I'm pretty happy with this. If there was any way I could attack one of these that are no longer attacking also, that would be good. But I don't have a way to do that. Maybe. No, and I could attack this guy. Just to do some more damage. Yeah, that's never a bad idea, I guess. Let's do that. Yep, that worked out much better than I planned the first time. Because, you know, I planned this time. Alright. And we've got 3 bugs to deal with. 3 bugs to deal with, 3 mechs. I feel good about this. Alright, we can... What can we do here? We can... I can move this bug in front of this bug so it takes this shot meant for the bomb, and then I can move another mech in front of this bug's shot so it protects the buildings. That seems like a good idea, except that I can't actually move this bug this way, because I can't get quite that far over with the artillery. And nothing else that I have will allow me to do that either. So instead, maybe we just punch this guy. Or this guy? Let's just punch this guy. And shoot this guy. And then what? I mean, whatever we want to do, really. Let's shoot this guy for the experience, but our combat mech will still stay in front of his shot, which will protect the buildings. And that's good enough for me. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright. And let's see. One more mission, I think. Weather Watch. Kill at least 7 enemies. Protect the power generator. Did we kill 7 enemies? How many have we been killing on average? I haven't been paying attention. Destroy 2 mountains. Kill at least 7 enemies. Defend the Earth Mover. End battle with less than 4 mech damage. We can probably do that. This one. Don't kill the Volatile Vec. The Volatile Vec explodes, I think, whenever it dies. So the key to this would be pushing it around. Oh, and that means I selected it, huh? I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Well, nuts. Okay, well, we're in here now, so let's can I? No, I can't go back to the. That's fine. Okay, well, let's do this thing. Let's put our combat mech here, and cannon here, and then artillery here. You always kind of want your artillery on a back line, I've found, because you know it has such potential to push things around, and it can do it from quite a distance. So it makes more sense to put it on the back line, or at least not the very front line. Whereas your combat mech, of course, is all melee, so you want it up close to everything. Alright, so we don't want to let the Volatile Vec die. We've got this time pod that came in. If we land on the time pod with one of our mechs, we'll collect it, and at the end of the mission, it will get some item, some special item to help us later on. So this Scarab is attacking this building, which has a force field on, so it won't actually do any damage. It'll just get rid of the force field. So maybe we don't attack this guy. My combat mech is tied up by the Volatile Vec here. I could shoot this with my cannon, which would bring it down to 3 HP, and then it would move to this square to get hit by this Vec, which would bring it down to 2 HP, so it's still not quite dead, but I really need to keep an eye on it after that. Or I could just use my artillery mech to push this out of the way. Maybe let's, you know, health is a resource. So let's use the Volatile Vec's health in this case as a resource to block the this bug here, so that I can deal with these other 2 mechs, or these other 2 bugs, using my other mechs. Or, you know, maybe I just punch this guy out of the way with my combat mech and push him over here so that he doesn't do damage to the Volatile Vec. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's anything I can do to cover up these spawn points, because because these other bugs are too far away. What do I want to do here? Let's just push this guy. And may as well shoot this guy just to get some damage on him. Sure. Does attacking... I haven't been paying attention. Does attacking even get you experience, or is it only kills that get you experience? Alright. Too many bugs. Too many bugs. Got one tied up here by the volatile deck. Tied up by this guy. Only my artillery is completely free. This scarab's attacking this tile, so I don't have to worry about it. This one's attacking this building, though, which is not great. Boy. Don't have a lot of options here, huh? I mean, I could shoot this one, but then once I shoot, I can't move. So I can't do anything else to block this one, except the only way I would be able to block this one at the moment is to use my artillery mech to push it somewhere else. And... oh, this sucks. If I moved here to collect the time pod, I can't, because you can only fire, what, 2 shots in front of you as the artillery mech? Yeah, 2 shots is the soonest you can go. So this would, so if I went here and fired here, this would push this mech out of the way, so it would be free, but it would also push this bug into my artillery mech, doing 1 damage to it and this, and then it would just end up on this space again. Which, that's not great. That's not what we want. I think maybe I'm going to have to destroy the time pod. Yeah. I think I might have to destroy the time pod. So that I can push this bug this way to defend the building. Then what? Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, I could... what else? I'm trying to think of anything I could do here. I could use here. That's a plan, sort of. I'll move my artillery here, attack here. That's still gonna destroy the time pod. I was gonna say that it would free my cannon to move over here and blast this bug, but no, it won't actually, because then if I do this, this bug will end up here. So that's fine. I have to destroy the time pod. I hate it, but I have to destroy the time pod. And then what? Got to use our cannon to block one of these. This will do 1 damage to my combat mech. This will do damage to the buildings. This will do damage to these buildings. I can't hit anything else with the combat mech because it's tied up. So the only thing I could conceivably hit would be this guy, which would do 2 damage to it, so it'd still be alive. But then I can move my combat mech and get in the way of this bug. Couldn't stop this one from spawning in next turn. Sure, let's do this. Oh wait, I can't move after attacking. Well, that's dumb. That's dumb. Let's reset our turn. See if we can... Come on, let's come up with a better solution here. Is there any way to save both of these buildings? Even if I have to destroy the time pod? I could... From where I'm at with the artillery right now, I could just take a shot and destroy the time pod. But it would push this bug here and this bug back here. So this one would hit this tile instead. This one would hit nothing. Well, actually, it would hit my cannon. I could use my cannon to push this out of the way. That would cancel its attack because it would fall back into the smoke. But I still can't block this bug from the second building. Yep, this is where you have to weigh, you know, what's most important. Let's go down here. Let's do this. I haven't thought of this before. Let's grab the pod. Let's use our artillery to push these two. So our combat mech, this bug will miss the building. This Vec will miss our combat mech. This bug is still going to hit the building, unless we find a way to move in front of it or kill it, which I can't find a way to do right now. I could use our combat mech and run up and punch this guy out of the way, which would free our cannon, so I can move the cannon in front of the building. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then take a shot at this guy just because, also. Do some damage. So we're going to take damage to the cannon anyway, but that's fine. Alright. I feel better about that. I'm glad we get at least one reset for each mission. That's very helpful. Alright. Alright, this is turning into a real mess. How many buildings are being attacked? 1, 2, 3 if I move my cannon out of the way here. Right, so we can do something about this by using our artillery to attack this guy. That'll kill him. That will move this bug this way, which will negate his attack. Actually, does he attack before this one does? He does, so he would end up killing this one, which would negate this attack. So then all I have left to worry about would be this attack from this bug. This one's covered by a force field, so I don't have to worry about that. This is working out better than, a lot better than I thought it would. Unfortunately, this is still getting attacked by the volatile Vec. No extra enemies spawning in next turn, which is good. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Just like I said. Just like we planned it. Anything I can kill in one shot? I can't. Can I make this shot? Well, if I sit here, then I block his shot to kill this bug to... Yeah, this is more important. So let's not do that. Let's just go over here and repair, I guess. And then end our turn, because I don't want to punch this guy. And I'll just take 1 damage, that's fine. Oh, my artillery will take 1 damage also. Not ideal. But that's fine. It's okay. At least we don't have to worry about more bugs next turn. Alright. This should be simple enough, I think. Alright, so taking a shot here. Taking a shot here. Got the volatile Vec attacking a building over here. We got the Scarab attacking a building. Let's punch this guy. Then artillery, the volatile, well, then cannon, I guess. This guy to move him. And then we artillery the volatile Vec to this way to move him out of the way of the building. Yep, let's do that. Alright, so punch, artillery, or cannon rather, and then artillery. And we're all good. Just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Cool. Alright. One more mission. No grid damage. Oh, and our time pod. Smoke drop. Any class weapon drops smoke on 5 tiles anywhere on the map. So that will, and then we only get 1 use per battle for the default setting, but that'll negate attacks for enemies instantly. That is super helpful. And a reactor core, which we can use to upgrade the mechs. And now that we've cleared a couple of missions, with the island gets overrun, and we have to do a boss fight, basically. Which one can this go to? Any class. I can put this on any one of our weapons, or any one of our mechs. Let's put it on our cannon mech, because I feel like it's the least useful. Well, this would at least give the combat mech something other than a melee attack. Let's do that. Let's give him the smoke drop. And because I mean, I use him a lot to plug up spawn points anyway. So while he's doing that, he could be dropping smoke on stuff remotely. So that's good. All right, we destroy the Firefly leader and protect the corporate tower. Let's do this. One nice thing about a lot of ground-based enemies is that if there's water or a hole around, if you drop them into water or a hole, they will die instantly. So let's hope at some point the AI is dumb enough to leave this thing next to a hole that we can push it into. Or a body of water, rather. Alright, so let's get our mech here, I think. And then the cannon here. And let's go! We can do this. It attacks both directions. Is that right? It attacks both directions. Okay, and it does 4 damage in each direction. So I'm assuming it attacks first, yes. So we could use it to attack this bug. We could push it out of the way to attack this bug. Or, hear me out. We could punch it in the face and then use our artillery or our cannon to push it into this water and kill it immediately. I'm thinking maybe we do that. Let's, you know what? We have our reset left still since it's the start of the battle. So maybe we just do that. Or, well, I don't know. Maybe using it to kill a bunch of the other bugs is not the worst option. It's not doing any damage to anything else right now, except this bug. Maybe we do that. Maybe that's not a terrible idea. Although I can't, let's see. And I can't shoot anything if my artillery is in the water, so the only thing I would be able to do here is a direct hit at this guy, or to push this out of the way. So he's still going to be hitting these buildings. Maybe that wasn't the greatest idea. Maybe that wasn't the greatest idea, Adam. Well. I could push him one more, and that way he would block a bug from spawning in next turn, and he would kill this one. That would be helpful. Let's do that. Let's use our cannon. Push him one more spot. There we go. So he'll kill this one. And then this guy. What the heck? Our artillery will just take 1 damage. That's fine. It's fine. I'll take that. I'll take that swap. It's out of the frame most of the time anyway. So I'm not super worried about my artillery. Okay, we've got a scion. Alright, and more spawning in. Alright, so... I can... If I can get my combat mech around this way and punch the bug on this side, that'll do 2 damage, and then I'll knock into this and kill it. This will still be alive, but it'll be aiming all the way over here, not at buildings, which is important. So if I could... I can't move my cannon anywhere because this scion is blocking. Ugh, that's so inconsiderate. If I still have my reset. If I use my cannon to shoot this scion over here, would that make my combat mech able to move over here? Or no? Probably not. Probably couldn't be quite that lucky. Oh, I don't know. Let's do this. Let's shoot the scion here. He'll block this spawn point. Oh, the combat mech can get around here. Good. So then I can do this to kill the leader and do 1 damage to his buddy on the other side. Yeah, I think that's the best thing I can do here. And then... just move my artillery over here and repair it, I guess. Got 2 more bugs coming in. But the scion is out, and it wouldn't have attacked anything anyway if it had stayed. So, I think this is going pretty well. Alright. I can get around... Well, no, I can't get behind this guy, unfortunately. I can punch this scarab, which will kill it, and knock it against this one, which will bring this down to 1 HP. And then I could hit it with my artillery. No, I can't. Because I can't get in the water, and I can't quite make it to this tile. So... let's... we need to block one of these spots. Just one of these spawn points. I think that's more important than anything right now. And then let's attack these 2. And then let's blow this guy away. So we only have three bugs to deal with next turn again. Okay. Use my artillery to shoot here. That'll move this guy out of the way so that he doesn't hit the building, and this guy will go into the drink. And this guy's attack will be canceled, so just I can do whatever to him. Yeah, sure. Just kill this guy. Absolutely. And punch the crap out of this guy. And that's it. We did it. Yay! That's a perfect island, folks. No grid damage whatsoever. Sweet. And we got +3 grid defense also. Sweet. You completed every mission on RST despite the odds. You've earned my respect, Driftwalkers, and everything we can offer. We get a free reward. We could get this pilot. Move again after shooting. We could get a passive effect. Next, no longer take damage when blocking emerging Vec. That's great. Or just +2 grid +4 grid defense. Whoa. Dang. Guess this one? What is weight? I can just... Oh, okay. I can just handle my other upgrades first if I wanted to. Let's take this. That sounds great. Let's install this on our cannon mech. No, let's put it on the artillery mech. And install one of our reactor cores to power it. Cool. Now let's spend our reputation that we have. Enemies do +1 damage against other enemies. That seems great. Prime class weapon, Mercury Fist. Smash the ground, dealing huge damage and pushing adjacent tiles. So, okay. So kind of like what our artillery mech has, except it does even more damage. And it's, you know, obviously a melee attack instead of ranged. This is everything we have installed. Reactor cores, overpower grid. Okay. Maybe the Mercury Fist? That seems really useful. And then we could move the smoke thing that's on the artillery or the combat mech to something else. Well, I don't know. This is really good too, though. Yeah, let's get this. And hang on, let's find a place to install this. Here. And then I need one more core to... No, I don't need a core to power it? Oh, that's great. Okay. So I just need cores to upgrade it if I want to. And then Mercury Fist. I don't have another slot for the smoke thing, unfortunately. Do I really need the smoke drop that much? I mean, now that we've finished the first island, things are going to get harder, I assume. So having the smoke bomb might not be the worst idea. Is there any upgrade for this? No. So we really only get one use per battle, and that's it. Let's see, what else can we do with the reactor cores here? Upgrade the damage on our attacks. Add a dash to my punch, which will make it slightly more of a ranged attack. Make buildings immune to my artillery shells. That's pretty cool. Maybe let's just grab 3 reactor cores and do the dash and make buildings immune. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's grab a couple of reactor cores. Oh, I only had enough for 2, apparently. Well, then I have to make choices. Alright. I really like this, though. Oh, I only get 1 use of this per battle, also. This is a limited use thing. So, yeah. Oh, never mind that. I was excited by the idea of that at first, but not so much anymore. Half. Oh, I need 2 more reactor cores, I guess. Okay. All right. So next, at the next time we get a reactor core, so like we get a time pod drop or something, I'm gonna definitely use this buildings immune bonus. I think that's good. Let's leave the island and move on. And let's see. We've been streaming for about an hour and 40 minutes. I think that's a fine time to... Well, look at the time. Let's see. It is 2:38. I think that's a fine time to take a short break, just to get a drink of water, maybe a bathroom break, and we'll be right back. Stay with me. I'm not quite done yet for today. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Next, let's head to this icy region, I guess. I hope you can respect both forms of life on this island, organic and mechanical. Uh, hmm. If we do this mission, we do this bonus objective, we get a reactor core which would allow us to upgrade our artillery. So I think maybe we do this. Yes, it's a high threat, but these factories are manufacturing hostile machines, but there are hundreds of innocent lives within. Please defend them while we try to shut them down safely. Okay? Alright. So it'll give us our first taste of what we're dealing with on this island. Which are these new scions. Blast Scion, which as long as it's alive, all other Vec will explode on death, dealing 1 damage to adjacent tiles. So, let's try and take this thing out first to minimize the amount of damage we do to the surrounding area, I think. It's green. Why are these green? I don't know. Anyway, let's go here, and here, and here. Okay. Here we go. So our priority is going to be trying to take out that Scion, I think. This guy's attacking my artillery. This guy's attacking these buildings. Can I get down there? I can't. So immediately, we get a situation where I can't kill this Scion with my combat mech, and also kill the rest of these things, or move the rest of these things around. I can use the artillery to move this guy this way. I can use my tank to really just to shoot this guy. Not much else I can do. Laser bot, not powered yet. It's just gotten spit out by this factory, so I guess it'll come online in the next turn, and then it will try and cause chaos also. Let's use our artillery to move that... What is this? What is this thing? This crab out of the way? And then... So he doesn't attack the buildings. And then... Crap. Can I move him here? Can I move? No. Well, this already sucks. No, screw it. Let's use our reset. It's there to be used. Might as well do it. Let's... I have no clear shot at this guy that also lets me hit this guy, is the problem. I can use the artillery to move this guy, but that'll just move him. He'll still be attacking this building. I guess it's damage minimization, if anything else. What is it? What do you call it? I know there's a word for this that I'm not thinking of right at the moment. I could use the smoke drop to cancel both of these attacks, but then I wouldn't be able to hit this Scion on this turn. I guess that's okay. Let's move over here. Let's use our smoke drop, hit these two, and then what? I mean, my instinct is to say take a shot at the Scion. Yeah, let's do that. Let's kill this, so we don't have to worry about that one anymore. Alright. Is this the defense lab, I'm assuming? Alright. We've got the robot online. Got more bugs to deal with. This one's going to take a straight shot, and it's going to go right through my guy, so I have to kill this robot or move it onto another line. Got my tank here. This is attacking two buildings, and also my tank. This is attacking here, these two spots. This is attacking this building. This is doing... Holy crap, this is doing 5 damage to my mech. That'll kill it outright. So... Gosh, this stinks. This stinks a whole lot. Oh, man. Man, this sucks so much. And I've used my reset, so I really have to plan here. I've used my smoke bomb also, so I can't use that anymore. Alright, if I don't free my mech, my combat mech here, this guy's going to kill it. So this will be inoperable for the rest of the fight. Have to kill this robot so that it doesn't kill this defense lab. I have to minimize the damage. Minimize the damage. I want to move this guy too so that he doesn't hit this robot factory. But then this guy will hit these 2 buildings if I ignore him. And this guy will hit these 2 buildings. I mean, we do have a fair amount of grid defense. Still not ideal. I could use my artillery to fire directly at my mech here, which would make it do have this do 1 damage to it, but it would move this guy out of the way so that he wouldn't be attacking these buildings, and it would move this guy out of the way so that he wouldn't be attacking my mech anymore, so that my mech would be free to move around and do whatever at the cost of 1 damage. This guy is only attacking my artillery mech here, but I'm going to move this, so it doesn't really matter. But this guy is attacking these 2 buildings here. What if... Oh. Oh. We've got to do something. We can't just sit here and stare at this. So let's... This is probably a bad idea. This is... If I move... If I don't attack this robot, it's going to kill this defense lab. So we're going to lose the reactor core that we would have gotten for it. And also we're going to lose, you know, pips from our power grid. Is it worth losing the core if we can protect all these other buildings somehow? Can we protect all these other buildings? That's the other big question. We can... No, I don't like any of this. It's going to do 2 damage in these buildings. What if I use the tank, shoot this guy, push him back here, that'll leave him at 3 HP. And then, if I use my mech to punch this guy, that'll knock it into him and leave him at 1 HP. So he'd still attack my tank. So my tank and my mech, both at that point, would be inoperable because he would still be attacking my punch mech. God, this is terrible. This is really awful. Okay. Okay. Here's what we do. I think we're gonna lose the defense core or the reactor core. I can't save everything here. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a shot here. That'll bring purple guy here down to 3 HP. We'll take another shot with the tank here. That'll get him down to 2 HP and move him to this block. And then we'll take our mech and punch this guy, which will knock into him, which will kill this. We're going to lose the robot too then. We're going to lose the robot factory too if I do this. We're going to lose the core and the robot factories. Or at least one of them. Ugh. God, this stinks. What if I just... Alright, here. What if we do this? Let's do this. This is what's up. This is what's happening. Gotta commit. Alright. If I hit this, it'll go down to 3. And then if he hits this, this one will die, and this one will go down to 1. Yeah, it's fine. Here. Do that. Wait, what? You were damaged by... Well, you're not damaged by bump damage more, I guess? Okay, well, he's gonna attack first. Which will kill my tank and these buildings, probably. Assuming the grid doesn't hold up. He will take 1 damage from the fire. But then he'll attack him and kill him. Alright. I can salvage this, sort of, by saving this robot factory. But this robot's still going to take a shot at here. Yeah, it's bad. This is bad. This is bad. I don't like this. Alright. Yep. Okay, we're saving the factories. That's what we're doing. Now we've got 2 robots online. Yep. And 1 more bug spawning in. Okay. These are not immune to fire. So if I were able to get somebody in the fire here, that would help with the damage. Let's see. I could use my artillery fire here. That would move this guy out of the way, so he wouldn't attack my mech. It would push him into the robot and kill both of these. What's this attacking? This is also attacking the mech. That's okay. I'm moving him anyway. Yeah, this seems like the obvious choice to start with, at least. Okay. Let's use this mech. And... punch the crap out of this guy. Kill the robot behind him, too. We'll take 1 damage from this. That's fine. Then we need to take a shot at this robot to keep it from killing these buildings. Yep. There we go. I feel okay about that turn. And we only have 1 more bug to deal with next turn. I think we're doing pretty okay now. Real shame that we couldn't save that reactor core. It's a real shame. Alright, gotta get rid of this guy. And best way to do that would be to move this guy, move our artillery mech here for a shot. No, that's not ideal. That's certainly not ideal. Let's undo our previous move. Let's move here instead, and then move our artillery here, push him down. There we go. And then we can Just punch this thing. And we're good. Okay. So we saved the factories. And most of the grid. Well, so not a great start, if I'm being real. Let's do a couple more missions, I think. And then we'll cap off for the day. Break 5 buildings out of the ice, take less than 3 grid damage. So, breaking 5 buildings out of the ice, the enemies could actually help us with that. And battle with less than 4 mech damage. Protect the power generator. I do need a little more grid energy, but I'd rather do this one, honestly. Seems easier. Alright. Got buildings in the ice. So let's deploy our mechs and see how the enemies can help us break these buildings out. Oh, and a time pod. Hey. Alright. A nice surprise. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Okay. So purple guy's going to attack this building for 5 damage. Well, no damage, actually, because it's just going to break the ice. And then we can move out of the way of this guy. And actually, let's collect the time pod. Let's take a shot. No, let's not take a shot. Let's use the artillery to take a shot. No, let's undo that move. I want to get a little closer. There we go. Take a shot here and move him over to the spawn point. And then... I mean, I'm just free to do whatever, really, with the punch mech. Let's move him here for now. And let's let the enemies do their thing. They'll break 3 of these buildings out of the ice for us. And this guy will block another new enemy from spawning. Okay. Alright, we've got a Scion on the field, so priority is to take him out if we can. Okay. Let's use our combat mech and knock this guy out, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's use our cannon mech to knock this guy out of the way. Or... yeah, let's use the cannon. Knock him out of the way. And then let's use... I don't want either of these buildings to take damage. Well, that's a problem. Let's go here, I guess, and shoot... nope. Push the cannon mech over there. Well, that'll keep the cannon mech out of harm's way, at least. Maybe we'll use our reset. Let's really think about this. I keep rushing into things. Let's really think about this. If I use the cannon mech here, what if I push this guy back with the cannon mech onto the spawn point? Yeah, that's fine. He'll be out of harm's way. And so my cannon mech will take 1 damage from this, but he'll block the building, and this guy will take 1 damage when the enemy spawns next turn. And I don't want this guy to... I don't want purple guy to kill my artillery mech, so... I guess we... whack him. He'll attack first. Let him, yeah, he'll attack him. That'll destroy him. That's fine. So then what? Maybe I just use the artillery to open up another one of these frozen buildings then. I think that's the play. Yeah. Okay. I'm happy with that. Okay. Oh, and now we have some water that we could push an enemy into. That's good. Okay. Alright, so now we'll use the artillery mech to push these two out of the way, I think. And use our... Yeah. Yep. Let's use our combat mech to punch this guy. To get rid of their explosion things. And then push these. Get rid of him. And lock this spawn point. And I'm feeling pretty good about that. We still need to free one more building from the ice next turn. So keep that in mind. I can't could use repairs on itself also. Sure, why not? Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. We... Okay, I'll go here. Yep, we'll go here, punch this guy. And then we will use the artillery mech to fire on our cannon mech and free him. And then we'll just move our cannon mech over here and take out this last building. And that should be it. Easy peasy. And we got our time pod also. We win. Cool. Let's see what we get in the time pod. Just a reactor core. That's okay. Hey, it makes up for that one that we missed out on last mission. And we got +2 mech HP. Sweet. All right. So let's use that core in our artillery mech to make buildings immune to it. I wonder if, with the buildings immune thing, if that will break ice still. Probably not. Let's hope we don't have to do that again. And, let's see. I've got time for a couple more missions, I think. Kill at least 7 enemies, protect the emergency batteries, and we've got an ice storm, which will freeze enemies in those areas. Block Vex spawning 3 times, protect the coal plant. Let's do this one. We have that upgrade to our mechs that allows them to block enemy spawns for free, so might as well make the most of that. Excuse me. Alright, here we go. And we need to protect the coal plant, which I'm assuming is this thing here. Alright. Okay, we have a bug attacking these buildings here. We have a robot attacking here. Oh, it's a lob shot that hits these 3 tiles. Okay. And then we have this robot, which is trying to wake up its buddy here. So, let's... At least the robots all have just 1 health. That's super nice. Well, we need to move these robots out of the way so that I even have access to this half of the map, looks like. So let's do that by opening these up. Okay. Let's... This only has 1 health? Alright, sure. Let's go here and shoot this guy. And let's go here and punch this robot, I guess. Since I couldn't have made it over. I couldn't have made it to the spawn point anyway. Oh, right, we have the dash punch. I forgot. I forgot about that. Now I remember. Okay. Got bug attacking here. We've got... Boy, that's it, huh? Okay. So let's just, let's move this guy here. Take the shot. Well, that won't kill it. That won't kill it. Does this... This mech doesn't have, isn't able to move again after attacking, is it? We can't get there in time with... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to artillery shot here to move this mosquito thing over here, and then I'll dash punch it with my mech and stay on this spawn point, I think. Or yeah, I guess that's the best way to do it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Do it that way, and then we go here and dash punch, and you're dead, and I'm on the spawn point, and we're all awesome. Okay, there we go. We have now blocked the Vex spawning 3 times. We've satisfied that goal. And protecting the coal plant seems like it should be fairly easy, so now we just need to decide how to kick the asses of all these bugs that are left. Can't move after attacking. Let's... Ugh. I don't love this. I don't love any of this. Let's move our tank here. No. Well. Yeah, let's move the tank here. Let's attack this bug. And then let's attack here to move this guy over. I think that's... I might as well repair, I guess, since I can't attack anywhere meaningful or helpful. Okay. We've got an orange scion. Okay. All right. Last turn? What's the last turn? Let's use our artillery and shoot here. Well, yeah, let's use the artillery. Let's shoot here. Move these out of the way. And then let's use our punch mech to punch here. And let's use our tank to move this guy out of the way. And we're done. Good. Easy peasy. We never even let that other robot unfreeze. Alright, cool. Alright, good, good, good. +3 grid defense. Sweet. Alright, I think we have one more mission before the boss fight hits for this island. Defend robots. Kill at least 7 enemies. Protect emergency batteries. We need more grid. We need more grid status. So let's kill at least 7 enemies. Protect the emergency batteries. Got an ice storm here that could help us out. So let's do this. All right. We got 4 bugs on the board. Emergency batteries are down here. We need to protect those. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. Alright. These buildings, everything in this area is going to get frozen. So let's move our mechs out. And the ice storm will happen before any enemy attacks do, so if we can just manipulate these guys into the ice area, they will get frozen. But then there's this guy, which is attacking this space, which is a problem. That's definitely a problem. I can use my artillery to attack my mech, which would push this guy. This would kill him. Let's push this guy back 1. So that would mean the buildings were out of harm's way. And then I would need to run down here with my punch mech and punch this guy out so that he doesn't hit the batteries. Or okay, yeah, this is actually quite elegant. Now that I think about it, maybe not quite that far. Let's go here instead. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so our combat mech's free. We just need to get him out of the way. We could actually punch this guy, and then he would attack this thing and kill it. I'm sure he's attacking. No, this one's attacking first. So I would need to move this guy somehow if I want to keep full grid status. Maybe that's just not the best time for this. Yeah. Yeah. I think maybe we let the grid take a hit. At least one from this guy. Punch this guy out of the way. I could use my smoke bomb. I haven't used it for a little while, actually. I didn't even think of that. Should I reset my turn and use the smoke bomb to keep this guy from attacking the buildings? Yeah, especially since I don't have a clear shot at this guy now. That was a dumb idea, Adam. Alright. Okay. Still doing this. This was a good idea. This was a good idea to start. But this... let's see. Yeah. Here, I'm going to shoot this bug and move down here and smoke this bug. These two. These two. Yeah, here. There we go. That'll do. Okay. And we're done. Okay. We have killed one enemy. We've got water back there. We've got ice also. If we attack those ice spots, they will turn into water. I get the sense we might not actually kill 7 enemies. You have to be really good to kill 7 enemies. Let's see. He's aiming at the batteries. He's aiming at nothing. Nothing important. So let's see. If I fire my artillery here, I could push him over here and have him not only miss the batteries, but also... What? Okay. Oh, right. Duh. Sorry, okay. I can't get quite that far. And I can't do anything there, actually, except... I can knock this guy back. Which guy? He attacks first, so... Or he attacks before this guy, anyway, so he would kill this guy if I punched him into his way. Let's do that. Let's punch him into the way. And let's... only doing 1 damage. Can do 2 damage to this guy, since we have that passive ability. Or I could push him into the smoke. Yeah, I mean, I guess having him do damage would probably be the best option. So let's get out of the way and let him do that. And I'll take this opportunity to heal my cannon mech, and we'll move right along. That's 2 down. Alright. And that one's on fire, so he'll take fire damage next turn. Oh, actually. No, the ice storm will get him first, unless I move him out of the way. If I save him from the ice storm, he will die. Which, I mean, we want that. Or I could just shoot at him with the artillery so that he hits this guy. You're attacking these buildings here. That's no bueno. There's no easy way to get you out of the way, is there? Oh boy. Punch this guy, that would do 2, and then 1 for hitting him. Oh, this sucks. What do I want to do? I guess I let this guy be frozen. And then then what? Because if I use the cannon and come over here and shoot this guy, he'll bump into the buildings anyway. This is a bad spot for him to be in. This is a very bad spot. Jeez. Is there any way I can take him out? If I punch him, that'll do 2, and then he'll bump into the mountain and do 1 more, so he'll still be at 1. Then I could, I could shoot my mech with my artillery and bump him into the mountain one more time, and that would kill him. I bump him into here. Yeah, this stinks. I don't like any of this. Alright, what if I move my combat mech over here and punch this guy, I guess? And then use the artillery to shoot here. That would get him down to 2 damage. And move this guy down so he doesn't hit the batteries. Maybe that's the play. There's no good play. I can't. I'm kidding myself if I try and say there's a good play to make here. There's not a good play to make. There are only bad plays and worse plays, I think. That's 2. 3. Let's do this. I've already used my reset, and I've already used my smoke. So if I do this, the mech will take 1 damage. These 2 will take 1 damage each. No, this is a bad idea. This is a very bad idea. Alright, so what do we do instead? I mean, the way I'm looking at it, there's no way to keep this purple guy from hitting these buildings. Unless I punch him and then artillery him. But then there's no way to prevent this guy from doing his thing. Yep, that's about the size of it. There's no way to stop this guy from killing the emergency batteries. What if... Let's see, if I artillery this bug, push my mech up here, push this guy down here. Maybe we do that. Maybe that's what. Maybe that's the play. Maybe that's the play. Let's do that. Wish me luck. I'm not confident this will work. But it's better than any other ideas I had. So then we use this guy to shoot. Then we use our combat mech to punch. So we saved all our buildings. Except for this one. Crap. Unless, hopefully the grid holds up. We got 21. There's a 21% chance it doesn't take damage. Oh no, wait. He's going to freeze. That's right. So this will get canceled. So yeah, the buildings are fine. We're fine. We're good. Oh, and good. The fire damage got him before the ice did. That's even better. All right. Cool. Okay. We just need to kill all 3. Well, we need to kill 3 enemies in this turn if we can. Can we? No, because our I don't think we can because our cannon is frozen, which is a problem. Let's see. I can't. Oh man. I can artillery here. We'll push this guy back into the smoke and cancel his attack. So push my mech back. That's no big deal. I can artillery here to push him 1. That's not helpful. None of these are attacking the other bugs is the problem. And I can't get around this way. What if I use my artillery to crack open the ice here around my tank so that my tank was operable again? I still don't think I have enough oomph in any of these mechs to kill these guys outright. Yeah, I don't. I like especially this guy. So he's going to attack these buildings and the mountain. What if can I manipulate, can I move him and also kill these 3 bugs? Because he's too beefy for me to kill this turn. This guy acts before this one does. So I could artillery here, move this bug into this bug's path. He would kill that bug. I would have to leave this bug alive then is the problem. This guy's are attacking these 2 tiles. So if I artilleried him and pushed him back, oh wait, that's right, it would cancel his attack here. But that still leaves him with 1 health. And me with no way of countering it. I don't suppose repairing will do anything. Oh, it does remove ice, but I can't... once I've acted, I can't move again. So it really doesn't have any bearing on anything. I don't think I'm going to hit my my kill 7 enemies objective here. But I can do my best to minimize the surrounding damage by punching this guy and then artillerying. Artillerying? No. No. Oh man, this stinks. Alright. If I artillery this guy, then he moves into the thing that cancels his attack. He's still at 1 HP. And this guy would still hit the batteries, which I can't let that happen. So maybe and I can't get around here to punch him in the back. What if I could? What if I artillery here, push this guy into the ice storm, this guy back here, and then I punch this guy to keep him from hitting the batteries? That would still leave this guy shooting these buildings here. Which again is not ideal. And I suppose if I move here, I can't even initiate my attack. Oh, that's hot garbage. Well, I have to make a decision of some kind. Check this out. What if I didn't? Alright, yeah, here. This is the best option. The best option is for me to artillery... move my mech first. No, but I can't move my... Dang it. Dang it. Why did I put him here? Why did I put him here? Oh, this sucks. Okay. 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 I got it. I got it. Here. Move the mech here. Move this guy back here. The artillery here to move this guy into his path. And then, yeah, we crack this guy. And... I don't know, man. That's the best I can do. I was hoping to try and get under here and push him back into the smoke here, but I can't. I can't. There's no way for me to do it. So, we'll do that. And this one will die, but batteries will be saved, and we'll lose something from the grid here, but that's it. So, sure. Sure. Use your repair. Why not? And, yeah, save yourself from the ice. Big deal. Well, nuts. And a lot of grid damage there at the end, which doesn't leave us in a great place for the boss fight. Alright. Okay. I think I have just enough time left for the boss fight, and then we need to hang it up for the rest of the day. So let's go to the corporate HQ and do this thing. We've got a scarab, a beetle thing. We do have one open pit of water, so we will try and make use of that. Let's see what we can do. Try and run into those buildings. Okay. Okay. Let's bully the crap out of this bug. There we go. That's a bad start, Adam. Because now I have no way of saving both of these buildings. Can't just rush into things, man. How many times do you have to play this game to understand this? Yeah, I know. I could attack this building directly since it's immune from my artillery shot. Move this guy out. I need to get behind here. Which I can't do that, because then I'd be right in the path of this purple guy. I mean, I would take let's reset the turn. I don't want to agonize over this. I've already made a bad decision. All right, so let's make a less bad decision. Let's go here. Let's shoot this guy. Let's artillery. Artillery here. And then let's combat mech. Let's punch the crap out of this guy. And push him into the fire. That'll kill him next turn. Oh, actually, okay. I forget. Fire activates immediately. Okay, that's right. Alright. Okay. Is he immune to fire? Probably. He's not. He's not immune to fire. Well, let's push him back into the fire, shall we? And then, let's see, what else would we do? So we need to artillery him this way into the fire. We need to, I guess, cannon this guy and kill him. And then this guy's attacking my mech, so we could just punch him. Okay. Alright. Let's cannon this guy first. Let us artillery this gentleman back here into the fire. And let's punch this guy. I feel good about that turn. That's a great turn. Yep. Good. And he is confirmed allergic to fire. Good to know. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Got 2 spawning in. Well, 3 if you count this one that I'm on. I only have one other bug on the field, and he's aiming way the hell over here, so this is not going to help us hurt this guy anymore. He does 3 damage. So any mech I leave in his path, except for the cannon, I guess, is going to get hurt. And pushed 1 space. Maybe we... let's see, we artillery him, and this will push him into the water and kill him. And then we... what do? Do I just punch him and leave him to hit the cannon so that he doesn't get... so that he can't hurt the buildings? I think that's the idea. I think that's the good play. Or maybe we... maybe I artillery here? Well, if I artillery here, then he's going to hit these buildings. Because he only has fire damage, but he still has 3 HP. That would, if I artilleried him, that would leave him with 1 HP after the fact, so he'd still be able to attack those buildings, which is not great. Yeah. Alright, so we artillery this guy, pushes him into the water and kills him instantly. He's down to 4 HP. Fire will take him down to 3 on the next turn. What if I... let's do this. I've already used my reset, so we're doing whatever. Cool. All right. I can do 2 damage to him now with my punchy mech. Then he'll get 1 more damage from the fire, but that'll still leave my punchy mech in his path. What if instead I can't punch him that way? Can I punch him? If I move the cannon mech here and shoot him, can I punch? Yeah, I should be able to do that. Move here, shoot him, and then punch him? Yes. Sweet. Let's do that. And then he's dead. And then we just have to worry about the other 2 bugs that spawn in. Cool. Beetle Leader's dead. Corporate Tower's still fine. Okay, and one of these is a Scion, so who gives a crap? I will punch the crap out of this Scion, and the Mantis there will burn to death at the start of his turn. And there's no other spawning in, so we're good. That's it. We won. That was... the fire introduces a lot of potential hazard there. That was a lot easier than the first boss, I feel like, because of the fire. Cool. Not a perfect island, unfortunately, so we don't get the special bonus, but we can still spend what we have. Smoke bombs fly over the targets while dropping smoke. Okay, that's weird. It does have infinite uses, though, so it's marginally better in that way than the smoke bombs we already have. Launch 2 missiles, damaging and pushing 2 targets. How much does it do? 3? 3 damage in that weird T pattern. We could deal damage to 2 tiles, pushing 1 forward and 1 backward. That's weirdly specific. Or reactor cores. Is there anything we want to get rid of? The smoke drop is useful in a pinch. I don't want to get rid of that. Don't want to get rid of any of our primaries, I don't think. And this is only 1 use per battle, so it's kind of a super move. You know, is this more useful than being able to block without taking damage? I feel like this is not as useful because the enemies aren't lining up as much anymore. They're not in tight enough spaces to line themselves up for more damage. Maybe we sell this and fill that slot with Gemini missiles. Which one has this? The This hand has that. Okay, so this is the brute. This is a ranged, and this goes with ranged. So this would go on to our artillery mech then. We will just swap the stabilizers over to this one. I think maybe we get rid of this. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And let's get the Gemini missiles. I like those. Let's get one reactor core. And let's see. Need to take the stabilizers off. We'll swap these over here. And install, power those. And then we'll take missiles and put them over here. And install those. We could, let's see. Nothing else we could do here. Nothing else we could do here. We can install one more reactor core to get one more use out of the Gemini missiles, which might be helpful. Or we could get some health and movement upgrades for any one of our other mechs. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, we've got a free one? Crap, we had a free one this whole time. Let's make our combat mech more mobile, I think. And then let's grab one more reactor core and give our Gemini missiles one more use, I think. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. And then I think that's where we're going to end our stream for today, guys. For anybody who came out to watch, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I hope maybe you saw something here in Into the Breach or Wordatro earlier on in our stream that you enjoy. Again, these are on sale on the Steam Summer Sale if you're interested. They're both pretty darn cheap and well worth your money, I think. Maybe I don't know. Next time I find some time to stream, which I don't know when that'll be, but maybe we'll come back to Into the Breach. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out together. But for now, thanks for turning out, and
farewell, friends.
so long, everyone.